Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Robcast, Revenge of the Nerd podcast. Con Review Edition. Yes. Hi, guys, it's Rob Cicetto, and I'm in my studio here in my creaky old chair that I use. It's like a 30, 40-year-old chair. Nothing ergonomic here, folks. It's all old school, and I'm talking old. Anywho, yes, I am your guru of pop culture and gore and zombies and all the fun stuff. I have been to two cons recently, and I'd like to tell you about them. I'd like to do a little review. In fact, I'd like to do a review of cons. I think from now on, I'd like to do that for you guys. Partly to maybe give you some insight into how to maneuver and do well at cons. If any of the advice or things that I do can help you, that's great. Also, you know what? I think just doing reviews, might interest you guys into maybe going to cons, either as a vendor or as a fan. I love seeing the fans so much, and if an organizer can bring the fans in, that is the biggest thing. And the two cons I just came back from recently, the organizers did such a great job. So I'm going to get right into it and tell you about, I'm going to pull this back a little bit. There, that's a better viewpoint right there. Okay, so I was just at the first con I went to the Steel City NERDCON or NostalgiaCon. I've seen both things written in descriptions, so I think the official thing is NERDCon, but regardless, it is in Sault Ste. Marie, beautiful Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie is such a great town, and I my only beef with it is the drive. I don't know why the drive from Sudbury, and it's just a personal thing. It shouldn't affect anyone else, but for some reason, for me, the drive is just like hell. I don't know why, but it just is. So anyway, it has nothing to do with the con itself, but for me, it's just a pain in the arse. But what are you gonna do? You know what? Things like that are necessary evil. I get invited to cons in the United States and stuff like that all the time, but I just can't go because of the distance and the things I have to bring and blah blah blah. Anyway, so Steel City NERDCON is put on by Michael Turcotte and Beth Turcotte. They own a game secondhand antique sort of pop culture store, which is fantastic. It's in the Sioux. It is Vintage Games and Junk, which is, if you're in the Sioux, check it out, man. It's an awesome store. And you know what? I'm not being paid to say this or anything. Like all my endorsements, I just love it. And I don't get people aren't fleecing me to talk well about their establishments and whatnot, but so they put on Steel City NERDCON, and it's fantastic, and you can tell it's fantastic because they bring the fans in. They do their due diligence in advertising and hyping up their convention. So it works, and it always has. I think this last one, now this was about 2 weeks ago, I think now, 2.5 weeks ago, or something like that. Anyway, these cons I did were almost like literally back to back, just a week apart, I think, or so. You know what? Time is crazy right now. I can't really bend my head around, time differences and stuff like that. So, it was this month. It was in October. Okay, so let's call it that. I think it was October 3rd or something. But anyway, and I think this was their 5th one, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? I don't know about that, but it certainly was not their first one. Bringing in the fans is of utmost importance to the vendors and to the fans, because you want people to know there's a con going on and who's going to be there. what kind of vendors are going to be there. If there's a special guest, often they'll get a special guest or two, or like a car or some kind of thing like that. But I really don't care about that kind of stuff. Personally, I don't care about these expensive guests and stuff like that. That's me personally. Some people do, and that's totally cool. The nice thing about being a fan of things is that you're a fan of things. You don't have to make excuses for it. You just are a fan of it, and that's it. It could be a guilty pleasure, or whatever. I don't even really believe in guilty pleasures. I think it's, if it's a pleasure, man. You don't have to feel guilty loving something. So, their con is always a great con. They always do a great job. And the venue that has, I think, been only once. I think their first con was not in the Heritage Airplane Museum in the Sioux. Their first con, it's crazy because their first con was like in a garage, like this big garage. And it was nuts. There was lineups, in and out the door. Everyone was doing so well, and it was a frenzy. It was just fantastic, and it wasn't even a great day. It was windy and gray and cold, but everyone had a fantastic time. There was awesome food. They bring great food to the venue too. I mean, you know what? The Sioux, if you want to kill yourself with food, a la Leaving Las Vegas, except instead of booze, food, go to the Sioux. You'll die happy, man. Go to Sault Ste. Marie. I'm not going to elaborate on it any more than that, but my friend and I ordered a panzerotti from a place. It's called Service Grill, but you could go anywhere. We ordered a panzerotti, and we probably ate 2 pounds of it each, and we left a pound in the hotel room. We couldn't finish it. It's just insane. But anyway, back to the con. They like I said, the most important thing is bringing the fans in, and they do that, which is fantastic. They're very well organized. The tables are very reasonable. What else? They're just the best people in the world. So easy to get along with and to deal with in terms of the con and stuff like that. I had just another fantastic time there. A lot of people did as well. See, so, one of the things is, like, I'm going to tell you how my experience was too, but if I could get a reading from other, vendors and guests and whatever, I'll do my best to, relay that information to you as well. So, from what I gathered and from what I heard, spoken directly to me and just even secondhand and things like that, a lot of people did very well. So I think that seems to be the norm at that con, and kind of always has been. So, if you're looking to go to a con as a vendor, sign up with these guys. If you're looking to go as a fan, go as a fan. The vendors that they have there are great. The Sioux is a really awesome. Sault Ste. Marie is a really awesome fan town, and I love it. I just really love the folks in the Sioux and the fans in the Sioux. They're great. They're great to me, and I love them. So I'm always happy to go. Regardless of that drive, you don't want to do it alone, man. But anyway, that's just me. I'm gonna stop harping on that, because that's kind of like, that's not really a thing. The con itself is fantastic. So Steel City NERDCON or Steel City NostalgiaCon. When you see that on your radar, check it out. It's always top notch. The second con I went to, which was just a few days ago, I can't believe it. It already seems like a million years ago. I was exhausted. Like, I'm still actually feeling the effects of that con, only because of everything compounding itself. Like, my graphic novel came in literally the day before. Going to the convention, this one, which is oh my God, what Northern Game Expo. Holy crap. See, when you get sidetracked, you're like, where was I again? Yeah. Okay, so Northern Game Expo, put on by Brad Davidson and Michael Shanks. You know, ever since the first one, again, and this is in Sudbury, this is in my hometown where I live, these guys, again, it's top shelf. They do such a fantastic job of advertising. I mean, I was driving around town, and I had to drive around town a lot the prior week just to do bullshit errands and all kinds of crap. But everywhere I looked, I saw signs for the Northern Game Expo, and I'm like, man, these guys do such a good job of advertising, and they always have. And again, that's brilliant because you want to get the fans there. You want to make people aware of an event. And they do such a good job of that, bringing the fans into the building, and you know, getting along with the vendors, and you know, the venues are always really good. Normally, I think traditionally they have Cambrian College, their gymnasium, which is massive. But this year they had the Caruso Club, which is not too far from actually where I live here in Sudbury. And that was a fantastic venue there. I've done other cons and events at the Caruso Club as well, and it's just built for things like that. So it's fantastic. Did very well there. A lot of people again said the same thing. Now, the first one, the Steel City NERDCON, is a 2-day convention. Now, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day conventions, I'm really not super keen on myself, because oftentimes, you know, you have to, you know, stay in the town and pay for a hotel room and things like that. So I'm not really keen on like multiple day conventions, even in my own hometown, because you know it by default gets sort of watered down a little bit the second day. And some of the cons I've gone to definitely did not need a second day. If you have a special guest or something coming in that second day and they couldn't do it the first day, yeah, I can see that. That's good. But if it's the same thing, sometimes having a second day, you know, isn't mandatory or necessary. You know, and sometimes it is. Sometimes I'll do better business the Sunday than I do the Saturday, and that's weird. So, you know, but my thing is, it's like, well, you have to stay in the town. That means you got to eat, you got to stay somewhere, you know, and pay for that. So it, you know, cuts into your bottom line. If you're doing cons for, you know, if you're sort of almost professionally doing cons, and you know, money's an issue, and it always is. I'm sure it is with everyone. You know, you could tell me, man, it's all about the passion of the thing that you do and all that stuff. But really, you know, you're going to a con to hopefully sell things and get more eyes on your artwork. And or whatever you're doing, if you're an artist. Now, I'm sort of coming at you in the art sense, the artist sense, or the maker sense. Like, people make jewelry, people make all kinds of fantastic, one-of-a-kind sort of things that bring them to cons. You want to get, like, whether you care about the money or not, you just want to get more eyes on your work. And I think that's what an artist really sort of strives to do. I never understood these artists who are like, no, I don't want anybody to see my work. So that's cool, man. You know what? Don't even say it. We don't even want to hear you. If you don't want anyone to see your stuff, don't talk. Just stay in your studio and or whatever you do to make your stuff, and you know, don't interact with us. You know, but if you do want people to see your work, go to cons, check out the response from people, and you know, the two cons I've mentioned are fantastic for that. And again, they bring in the fans. They know how to do that. Anyone can rent a venue, man. Anyone could do that. I could do that. You could do that. Anyone could rent a venue and fill it full of people who want to be there to sell stuff. But if there's no people to sell to, what are you going to do? It sucks. It's shitty. And I've been there too, man. I've been there so many times where there's a Comic-Con, and you know, I've paid money for a table and no one shows up. How is that possible? There's no excuse for that. if you're an organizer, like if you're organizing an event like that, there is no bloody excuse. I've heard everything, man, from, oh, it's our first con. Well, if it's your first con, then you should have done amazing, because people have never seen it before, so they're, wanting to go see it. So don't use that as an excuse. The cons I go, these two cons that I'm talking about for right now, Steel City NERDCON and Northern Game Expo, those have traditionally been always fantastic, in bringing in the fans and bringing the vendors in for the fans too, because that's a difficult thing too, and they always do a good job of that. Everyone's happy. Everyone walks away with a smile and a bag of something, man, and that is the best thing in the universe. Nothing makes me happier than seeing people excited at conventions. And the last two, that I went to this month, the two I mentioned, were just off the chart, man. As far as I'm concerned, they were fantastic. And I just want to say one more thing before I wrap this one up. When I'm at a con, this is a sorry not sorry kind of thing. I do apologize if I make people feel uncomfortable or something, but I'm rather loud, and I'm rather engaging. I laugh a lot when I'm at a con, and if that kind of annoys people, I apologize for that. If I'm at it, the people next to me at tables, they might just hear me talking all goddamn day long and wish I would shut up. But I'm not gonna, because I want to engage my fans. I want fans to go, oh, Rob Sacchetto's over there because I heard that fat bald bastard's laugh. So let's go over there. I do that on purpose, and I'm not going to stop doing that. As you can tell, I'm a pretty loud, happy-go-lucky type guy anyway, except if I'm sitting around a campfire or something. I'm not going to be, I might blow up and laugh and stuff, but I'm not trying to engage people on the periphery of me. So I'm trying to inject a little more electricity into the room and a little more excitement. And guys, it works, man. Like if you're a vendor, engage your audience, man. Like if you see people walk by, greet them, say hello, say how are you, things like that. I do that all the time, and I do that at every con I go to, because it's a thing. It works, but it's a natural thing for me. I don't put it on. I just naturally get into that mode because I'm excited, man. When I'm at a con, I'm excited. If there's people around me, I'm going to try to engage them. I want them to come to my booth. I want them to come to my table and see my stuff, man. So you should be doing that too. So if you hear me laughing, or if you hear me, at a convention, it's like, it's that Sacchetto guy again. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I'm kind of not too. That's how I am at cons. I'm not going to change. It works for me, and I think people enjoy it. And if you don't, I apologize, because if I know if you're at a convention, you're a captive audience, and if you have to listen to some dude. I've been to conventions where somebody's had like a TV going of their reel or whatever for a movie that they're in, and it's like, holy shit, I wish they would can it for a bit, and it's on repeat. So I'm gonna do that, man. I'm gonna do that. That's the way I am. You can see that just by the way I'm doing this video right now, and all my other videos. So yeah, it's the way it is. Get used to it, man. Sorry. If I'm going to be in a con, that's what I'm doing. I think that's it, man. I think that's going to wrap it up. Again, it's just been so great this year, and I know a lot of the influx of people coming in are chomping at the bit too, because we've been basically in a bloody confusing lockdown mess for the past, God knows how long. I don't know, 19 months, some bullshit like that. So, it's great to get out, man. It's so good to get out again. And fans of cons, pop culture, and things like that are really embracing it. And I'm so glad, to see everybody again. And I'm so glad to be at cons again. So, You know how I feel. If you are organizing a convention and you would like a world-renowned zombie artist guy there with I'm going to bring the most zombie art on the planet to your convention, and very, very unique items. My comic and graphic novel, all the zombie stuff, all the prints, coloring books, things like that, all stuff that I've done that basically is one of a kind. I don't really sell it much anywhere else, if at all. So if you want me at your con, look me up. I'm not hard to find, man. Just Google my name and you'll find me. You can email me. You can message me on Facebook, whatever it is, Instagram. I'm kind of everywhere. I'm not on TikTok because screw that shit. I don't have time for that. But nobody got time for that. Yeah, I would love to come to your con, man. I would love to come to your con, and I would love to meet your fans. It's wonderful for me. So I'm not just gonna sit there like a lump on a log type of thing. Is that still do the kids still use that? They don't. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. Thanks so much for listening. By the way, these cons were good. These cons are really good, and I've got nothing bad to say about them. But when I go to a con and it sucks, I will tell you. I am not going to glad hand everybody and go, yeah, man, everything's good. So, I will see you guys again very soon. So please, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, and keep watching, man. All right. Love you guys. Best wishes. Bye-bye.